What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NCAA football kickoff show this morning, Saturday, November 28th, starring DJ Big Boss and John Ryan. Let's go. 7:30 p.m. Georgia at South Carolina. This is in Columbia, South Carolina. 54 Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, and no wind whatsoever. Georgia 5-2 in the SEC. At South Carolina 2-6 in the SEC. And Georgia has been letting us down. And what do they have basically to play for at this point? Let's see what we're talking about from an odds perspective. They open up as 19.5-point favorites. That balloons up to 22-point favorites. This total sitting at 49. Let's go to DJ Big Boss. He was looking at this battle in the SEC, Georgia, South Carolina.
Now, this is one of the spots on today's card that I'm willing to take the points in this one right here. We're dealing with a Georgia team that we're this far in the season. They're still back and forth with the quarterback situation and a couple other things on offense. Like, granted, they could play defense all day, but this is another SEC opponent right here that been playing them for a while, and they'll figure out a way to score some points. So in this one right here, I'm leaning heavy on the under, but I'm taking those points with South Carolina.
Taking the points with South Carolina. DJ Big Boss going up against the market move there. John Ryan, Georgia, South Carolina, SEC battle. Anything for you?
I'm going against my bud DJ here. And, Georgia has the transfer quarterback from USC who had the ACL in the opening game of that season for Southern Cal. JT Daniels is his name. He passed for 401 yards and 4 touchdowns last week over Mississippi State. And I think this has ignited the Bulldogs offense and the entire team. And unfortunately for them, with 2 losses, we may actually see them play where they thought they could play with the current stars at the beginning of the season. Daniels' debut for Georgia was a career high. It also was the most yards amassed since Aaron Murray passed for 415 against Auburn way back in 2013. So this gives you an idea of how historic this performance was last week. And then a freshman receiver, Jermaine Burton, had 10 receptions for the season. But last week, Daniels connected with him for 8 receptions and 197 yards. That's the 4th most in a game in school history. And he's a freshman. And he also scored 2 touchdowns. So I think that's a huge thing for Georgia. And, it just didn't happen soon enough, unfortunately. But Georgia's 7-0 off a home no cover where the team won as a favorite over the last 3 seasons. They're 28-14 in road games after allowing 125 or less rushing yards in 2 straight games. And Coach Smart is 11-1 in road games after having won 4 or 5 of his last 6 games. So, I'll tell you my best bet right now is Georgia tonight.
Best bet of the night.
Sorry, DJ.
Hey, let's just say that South Carolina has trimmed away some of the fat. And they got down to the people that really want to play there and really want to play and putting their foot down and making a statement against Georgia would it would gain them some recruits in the offseason. It would do a lot for the program in the state that it is. And then you're looking at the interim coaches and stuff that's in there. They're like, we want to make an impression so that we could man the ship for next year. So I'm just leaning with the side of adversity right there, and 21 points is a lot. I don't care if Georgia beats them by 19, but I still like taking those points with South Carolina.